Next I am doing empirical formula and molecular formula. This two we have to calculate. First of all, you should know what is an empirical formula. Supposing if I give you the symbols like this, supposing. So, can you tell me what compound is this? Can we name this compound if I just give you two elements like this side by side? Supposing. Can you name this compound? We are not able to name this compound because there is no definite ratio. I have just given two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. When there is no definite ratio in between this, or when I cannot say what is a compound, then we can say that this is called an empirical formula. Or you can say just the elements which are present in that compound is given to you in a very haphazard manner without any definite ratio, or maybe in a ratio which will not be, you will not be able to tell what is a compound. That is called an empirical formula. Now this empirical formula, if I write as H2O, I think you will be able to tell the name of the compound. This is water. Why you are able to tell the name of the compound? Because I have given a fixed ratio of hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio 2:1. If I write the formula H2O2, what you can name this compound also? This is called hydrogen peroxide. Now this also you are able to name it. Why? Because I have given you a definite ratio of 2:2 of hydrogen and oxygen. So these two are called molecular formula. When we are able to call out the formula or name the compound by looking at the formula of this. Whereas for this, we are unable to do so. Now whatever it is, we have to explain this or derive empirical formula and then the molecular formula in a numerical format which you have in your syllabus. So for that numerical server, what we are going to do? We are going to do in a table forms. In this table form, I am giving you the headings of the table form, then I will show you a calculation. In this heading form, first you will have element, then you will have percentage composition, then atomic weight, then atomic ratio, then simplest ratio. These are the things, the columns, the 5 columns which you have to draw in the form of a table to solve these type of numericals. Now you should remember that this element will be given to you in the sum. Just now I will show you how. Percentage composition will be also given. The atomic weights will also be provided to you in the sum itself. So the things you have to do is to calculate the atomic ratio and the simplest ratio. For the atomic ratio, the formula is actually atomic ratio is always equal to percentage composition divided by atomic weight. Okay, so that means this atomic weight will be given, percentage composition will be given. So you divide this by this and calculate up to second place of decimal. You have to calculate up to second place of decimal. Don't go wrong here, children. If you just calculate one place of decimal, maybe in the last simplest ratio you will go wrong. So after you calculate all the atomic ratios, you will put down in this column. Next we will go to the simplest ratio. Among this atomic ratio, 1 will be usually the smallest one. It may be 2 also may be the smallest one. So we will pick that up as the smallest ratio will pick it up. And we will find out the simplest ratio by dividing atomic ratio divided by the smallest ratio, smallest atomic ratio. Okay, what are you going to do? We will divide each atomic ratio with the smallest of the atomic ratio, and that will give you a whole number in this simplest ratio column. Is it okay? So elements will be given, percentage composition will be given, atomic weight will be given. You start calculating from the fourth column. What? Atomic ratio. How you will calculate atomic ratio? Percentage composition divided by atomic weight. Go up to second place of decimal. For each you will do that. After you calculate this, you will get one of the smallest ratio you will get. We will pick up that smallest ratio. Why? Because for simplest ratio, the formula is atomic ratio divided by the smallest atomic ratio. So that in the simplest ratio column, obviously you will get one of the values as 1. Because you will be dividing one smallest atomic ratio by the smallest atomic ratio itself. So 1 will become 1 and the others will usually it will become small whole numbers, because without whole numbers the formula cannot be written. So I'll show you, I'll copy a sum and then show you in the next video how we are going to calculate that.